Side hustles are on the rise. According to a survey from Bankrate, at least 53% of teens and young adults in Gen Z have side gigs to bring in extra bucks. While that's not much higher than the 50% of millennials with side hustle, it's significantly more than 40% for Gen Xers or 24% for baby boomers. In this video, I'm going to take a look at 9 specific side hustles across 3 categories that you can do as a teenager. We will be looking at 3 freelance side hustles, 3 online side hustles, and 3 offline side hustles. So let me know in the comments which one you prefer or are looking into. Let's go. Starting in the freelancing category, first we have freelance writing. From blog posts and long form papers to social media threads and news pieces, there are plenty of opportunities to use your writing skills to earn side hustle money. And plus, this is a great way to start building a professional portfolio of your published works. Even if you have to take a few low-paying gigs to start, once you get your name out there, it gets easier to grow your network of clients. There's technically no minimum requirement to start freelance writing, but different sites have minimum thresholds depending on your local labor laws. Typically, you have to be between 16 and 18 to sign up on major freelancing websites. Indeed and ZipRecruiter estimate the average pay for a professional freelance writer is $25 to $30 per hour, but new writers usually start closer to $10 per hour. Sometimes freelance writers get paid by the word for their content, with beginning rates of a few cents and professional rates in the $1 to $2 range. Fiverr and Upwork are 2 of the most popular freelance websites, and they offer a simple way for teens to get started by creating a profile and applying for positions. There are also writing specific sites and job boards such as TextBroker, Compose.ly, and ProBlogger, which have freelance writing opportunities for teens. And it also does help to build connections with other writers on sites like LinkedIn. Second on our list is becoming a social media manager. Let's be honest, if you are a teenager, there is a high chance you know a thing or two about social media. In this role, you would manage analytics and trends on your favorite social media platforms and work on marketing strategy to boost views, clicks, and those subscriptions. Usually there is no minimum age, but check the client specifications. ZipRecruiter estimates the median national wage for professional social media managers is $30 per hour, and Glassdoor suggests social media managers could earn $57,000 per year. Of course, teens just starting probably aren't gonna make these high figures from the get-go, but they could work up to these levels as they gain experience and look to build their portfolios. Before applying for this position, you should have proficiency in using a few in-demand social media platforms, things like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. It also helps to have bonus skills like graphic design or familiarity with Google Analytics or search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO, to definitely stand out from the crowd. When you're ready, search for freelancer opportunities on sites like Upwork, Fiverr, or LinkedIn. Third on our list of side hustles is a combination of 2 areas, web design and web development. When it comes to web design, web designers are responsible for how sites look, how they feel for the user. So teens interested in this side gig need a thorough understanding of, functionality, visual aesthetics, and definitely web page layout. While it helps to know coding languages, especially, CSS and HTML, teens looking into this role must focus on features like usability and visual flair when putting their projects together. You'll also need to familiarize yourself with design tools like Photoshop and concepts like UI, UX to gain mastery over web design. There are no official minimum requirements, but check with the hiring website to make sure you are old enough. ZipRecruiter estimates the average salary for a freelance web designer to be $31 per hour, but for the first gigs, teens may pay lower than this. Now, understandably, the best way to start getting involved with web design is to just start designing websites. You would maybe look to spend time crafting side projects with WordPress or web design platforms like Wix.com, Webflow, or Bubble.io. And as you design your websites, you'll gain really invaluable skills to take into this job and hopefully build a portfolio for those interested clients you might have. And when you feel comfortable with your design skills, Send out applications to openings on freelancer sites like Upwork, Fiverr, or even FlexJobs. As far as web development, developers work on the coding infrastructure for their websites. Therefore, teens interested in these web development gigs need a more thorough understanding of coding languages. In addition to HTML and CSS, web developers know languages like JavaScript, Python, or even C++, and they have a thorough understanding of debugging programs and back-end testing. While this is one of the more demanding gigs for teens, it's also potentially one of the most lucrative and could easily lead to a career opportunity. While there's no age requirement to start web development, some surveys suggest most people enter this profession between 18 and 34 years old. Due to the technical nature of this job, many clients want to see years of educational and professional experience. Both ZipRecruiter and Indeed estimate the average annual wage for a web developer is in the $85,000 range. Since web development requires technical skills, teens should already have a skill for coding and computer science. Consider taking an online course or a coding bootcamp on sites like Udemy to boost your skills and add accreditations to your resume. When you feel confident in your coding skills, check out Fiverr, Upwork, or Indeed for web development opportunities. Now, let's talk about 3 specifically online side hustle opportunities. First is online data entry. Data entry isn't the most exciting side gig, but it's a straightforward way for teens to earn extra money. In this role, you'll type, you'll scan, or record information into a new database. While some of these positions require technical expertise, you'll usually be fine with entry-level positions if you're a fast and accurate typist with a basic knowledge of Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel. As a perk, you can do online data entry with a PC or a laptop, so this is one side gig you can do in your pajamas. While there's technically no minimum age requirement, you usually need a high school diploma or GED to start applying for these positions. Indeed estimates the pay range for data entry jobs starts from $11 up to $26 per hour. Job boards and freelancing sites like Upwork, Indeed, and Fiverr often have data entry positions. If you can't find roles on any of these sites, search for opportunities on FlexJobs, ZipRecruiter, and even LinkedIn. Next on the list is podcasting. Most teens have no problem talking, and even talking some more. In fact, some parents think their teens talk too much. Why not put all the talking to good use as a podcast host? Whatever teens most enjoy discussing, there's probably a niche in the podcast market for them to fit into. While the podcast industry is quite competitive, it's possible to make money with ads and affiliate marketing, as well as getting more exposure for other ventures using this gig. Every podcasting site has different rules, but Spotify doesn't allow users under 13 without a guardian to use their platform. Podcasters measure their income using a metric called cost per thousand, or CPM. It's how much they charge advertisers for 1,000 downloads. Now, currently, HubSpot data suggests the average CPM for 30-second ads is around $18, and ZipRecruiter data shows the average hourly pay for podcasters is about $16. Now, recording and publishing a podcast is definitely no easy feat. First, you need to decide on your main topic. Then you have to learn how to operate audio equipment and even editing software. Podcasters also need to script out their shows to avoid dead air, especially when inviting guests. Once you've created your perfect podcast, you need an RSS feed to bring it to the big market like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Since podcasting can be quite overwhelming for newcomers, starting with a professional online course on sites like Udemy is best as a first step. The last side hustle online is selling stock photos. Images aren't just worth 1,000 words, they could be worth thousands of dollars each year. Individuals and businesses always look for high quality stock photos to put on their website, blogs, or ebooks to break up their text and add some extra flair. Now, whether you like taking pictures of food, traffic, people, even nature, there are plenty of opportunities for stock images around you. As long as you have a working knowledge of photography and you're willing to refine your photos, you could upload them on platforms like Shutterstock or Adobe Stock to earn cash from clients. Some sites like Adobe Stock have a minimum age requirement of 18, so check the platform you want to use. To start, selling stock images probably won't make more than a few cents per image for each download. As you gain a greater following, you could ramp this up with more photos, and exclusive offerings on a private website. To get started, you need to feel comfortable with your photography gear and software to make the images you put out as stylish as you possibly can. You should also research the niche you're most interested in and see which stock photos perform the best. Once you have a few photos you're comfortable with, upload them on sites like Adobe Stock, Shutterstock, or Unsplash for downloads. To start, you could offer a few images for free to gain traction, and then start putting a few as pay only once you get a sizable following. You could also set up your personal website and offer stock photos for sale as you gain a professional reputation. All right, the last category when it comes to side hustles for teens are hustles you can do when you are not sitting at a computer or online. First on the offline list is babysitting. Babysitting is a stereotypical teen side hustle and remains a popular choice for many understandable reasons. Not only is it easy to find these opportunities with friends and family, but babysitting teaches teens invaluable life lessons about caring for children. Babysitting is also a great fit for potential educators as it allows teens to try out their tutoring skills. Plus, websites like care.com and Sitter City provide an easy way to expand babysitting services and make some serious money from that side hustle. Now, the one drawback is that you must be at least 18 to sign up for a babysitting website. However, there are no age restrictions if you babysit for your family and friends. The amount babysitters get varies from state to state, but Indeed estimates the median wage is about $20 per hour. It's actually best to start looking for babysitting jobs with your immediate family or friends. And if you want to expand your babysitting services, you could also set up accounts on sites, as we mentioned, like care.com or Sitter City, and you can accept those jobs in your area. The next side hustle is house or pet sitting, or even dog walking. When people leave for a vacation or business trip, they often call a trusted friend to check on their property, water their plants, and feed their pets. However, if homeowners can't find a friend or family member available to watch their house, they may turn to a website offering house or pet sitting services. With these side gigs, you'll be paid to visit your client's property, take care of any chores they specify, and report back to them regularly. When it comes to an age requirement, every site is different, but usually you have to be at least 18. ZipRecruiter estimates most house sitters make about $17 per hour, but these rates fluctuate depending on your area and your expertise. For instance, the app Rover calculates rates for 1 day of house sitting a pet ranging from $35 to even $100, with more densely populated areas on the higher end of that spectrum. The apps Wag and Rover are two well-known platforms for people interested in home sitting with dogs or cats. If you don't find the opportunities you want on either of these apps, consider downloading Trusted House Sitter for more options. Typically, you must fill out a background check to get on any of these platforms and create a profile. Be sure to specify your prior experience with pets to build trust and steadily gain good ratings from your employers. Now, specifically to dog walking, you can get paid for bringing cute dogs for a walk around the neighborhood. There are legit apps where you could sign up to take a relaxing stroll with other people's pets while they're out of town. If you get a walking gig, visit your target home each day, bring the dogs for a walk, and send a few photos of Fido to the owner. Add in a short cuddle session, and how could you say no to this side gig? I'm not even a pet person, this sounds good. Now, each app has different requirements, but the biggest dog walking providers only let people over 18 join. You typically get paid per gig with dog walking, and ZipRecruiter estimates the average salary for 1 hour of work is about $17. Rover and Wag are the two top dogs in the dog walking space. Check out the reviews and terms and conditions for both sites to determine whether you'd like to set up an account on both or with one of those platforms. Both apps ask for background checks and basic questions about dog safety before you're allowed to set up a profile. Once you're on Rover or Wag, write your profile, upload a picture, and wait for inquiries to roll into your account. Our final side hustle offline for teens is lifeguarding. Lifeguarding is a staple summertime side gig for teens who know how to swim. Whether you're at an amusement park, a beach, or a swimming pool, the duties of this role are the same: scan the area for safety hazards and spring into action whenever necessary. On top of the sense of satisfaction this side hustle brings, teens learn valuable safety skills such as CPR, first aid, and AED machine administration. And as a bonus, many lifeguards get free or discounted access wherever they work. According to the Red Cross, lifeguards need to be 15 by the end of their formal training. Indeed shows the average salary for a lifeguard is $15 per hour, and ZipRecruiter agrees with an average pay rate of $16 per hour. To become a lifeguard, you must take a test with a certified instructor. If you visit a local pool, beach, or water park, you can ask lifeguards where they got their certification. You could also contact a local YMCA or visit the Red Cross's lifeguard training portal to find a certification program in your area. After you're a certified lifeguard, you could apply for openings anywhere that has vacancies. If you need help finding lifeguard positions, check out job boards like Indeed or ZipRecruiter for more help. Whew, so there you have it. These are the 9 side hustles for teenagers that give you a broad range of things you can do, from sitting at a desk to creating content online to actively working and moving completely offline. Whether you're only interested in getting extra cash or want opportunities to start building a professional portfolio, side hustles are an excellent way for teens to jump into the labor market and cement positive work habits and skills for life. Thanks to all the gig apps and freelancer sites online, it's easy for online savvy teens to find thousands of opportunities. And there's also plenty of opportunity completely offline. If you found some value in this video, please give it a like, share it with others so they can use this video as a side hustle resource. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.